To another episode of the Team of the Year grind. Hopefully this is a series that you guys are loving so far. See, I showed you some tips in the last episode. Today we're just going to concentrate on using the cards that we've got in our club, seeing what we need to buy and finishing off some leagues. So we are doing this straight after the other episode because no reason at all really. I just felt that it was a nice place to kind of start. We obviously got a lot of players in the club. We don't need to put a load of players in right now. We are kind of looking okay at the moment, so we're just going to kind of finish off a lot of the packs, so the SBCs for the different leagues that we need to do with the players we've got in our club, and sort of grind it out to get some more packs. And obviously there will be some packs opened in today's episode, which is going to be great for you guys because obviously, well, everyone loves a bit of a pack opening, don't they? So when we finish off leagues, obviously that's what we'll do, and we'll kind of run it like that for now, really. So I'm just going to try and get another player here from a club that we don't actually currently have, and then that will get this sort of silver league earn team done, and then we'll have a look at our league earn golds, and then we'll see what club we should do for the second one, and then we'll get a mega pack. So that'll be a nice start, and then hopefully we'll be able to use the rest to get the other higher rated squad done and get the league earn grind sort of sorted again. So that's going to put us in a good position hopefully, and then from that we'll just keep grinding in different leagues and going from there. So going across different nations, seeing what players we have available to us and filling out them squads to get the packs and the players in our club to complete more and keep repeating. Now I don't really have a target. Like, I think ready for next episode I'll prepare a spreadsheet of which I'll run through with you and show you, how I'm looking to kind of complete and where I want to get to. Maybe we'll create one where it's like the amount of packs we currently have, and then the packs that we kind of want to get and make available to us. So again, silver pack here gets us an MLS, which is good because we keep repeating that one, and then obviously Saudi and Pro Leagues and the Libertadores and a Championship. So that's actually a very, very good one there. From that silver pack, and then we'll just go back into the league earn one there and just see what we have available to us to complete this completely done, and then buy what we need from there. I believe I have some league golds. I'm not too sure what club will go down, but let's just have a look and then we'll try and work out. So got sort of 2 Marseille there, a couple of Lyons, PSG. Okay, so from what I can see there from a quick look, I think Lille would be the club to go for. Looks like there's a fair amount of golds in a club from them. Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then what we'll do to make this a little bit quicker. Now, obviously, you can get these on bid. You can do this kind of any way you want to. We use concepts for this, and we'll just sort of do low to high to get this done, and then hopefully we'll be able to get the players at the cheapest prices. So there is obviously silvers for this club, so let's just see if we can pick these up at a sort of a decent price. This guy looks like he's actually quite expensive, so it might be better to go down the gold route for this one. I think Yilmaz, is he centre forward? I don't know why he's trying to striker. Oh, he's a striker. I always see him as a centre forward for some reason. That's really weird. But yeah, we'll get this guy for around 800 coins. We could obviously get that cheaper if we wanted to. Do you know, just because it's a video, obviously, like, you guys want to know how you get these players the cheapest. There's a bid there for 600, so we'll put that on and then we'll send him to the club when we get there. Let's just have a look at this bronze guy. Actually, there's a bronze guy in the squad already. Is he a decent price? He's a little bit too much. Okay, this is the guy I always get mixed up with. Yatsi, he's a centre forward. So we can actually get him at 350 there, so we'll bid on that. Do this a bit cheaper. There's also a gold left back. As you saw, the other left back in the club was quite expensive. There isn't any bids coming up in the next few minutes, so we'll just buy that at 650. May be able to get a little bit cheaper, but let's just get that one done. Because what I believe is that you want to do is to get these players kind of in your club for the cheapest price at that moment in time. There might be cheaper ways to get that player in the club, but obviously you don't want to be spending ages and ages getting these players in there. So it's kind of a balance between time and effort in terms of getting the players, rather than obviously overpaying or underpaying just for the sake of waiting an extra sort of 5-10 minutes. I think if you're prepared to pay the extra few coins, know that you're going to make it back further down the line. That's how I know that I'm doing it right, and how I'm going to make sort of the right amount of profit for that, and to make sure that I'm doing it the most efficiently. So let's just see some of his other players here. Is this guy cheap? If you can get him for under 1,000, we'll go for him, which we can't. We don't really need to worry about chemistry now. So this guy at 1.2, I'm gonna back out of that, see if we won these guys. We did win them guys, so we send them in, so that's 2 players sorted. We would need 1 more, so what I would do is go into here and then just go and find that final player that we would want to use. So it's probably gonna, I don't think there's any golds. Actually no, I believe there is some gold, isn't there? Let's just actually do this. Clear that off, and let's just see if we can get anyone under 400 coins just to finish this off. Because I know that, yeah, I was thinking, I thought there was a right back and a centre defensive mid, which there is. We'd have to wait 2 minutes for that, so we're not going to do that because of the video time. But if we can pick one up at around 450, perhaps we'll get lucky. Fortunately not. 500, can we get lucky? No. Let's go up to a 600 and pick a player here, which we've got all them ones already, unfortunately, so we will have to go up 1 more. Perhaps 650 would be the price that we can get the player we need, which is that Portuguese guy. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so to get this done, let's go and get this guy here at 750 just to finish it off. Send him to the club and then get this Lille squad done, and we get that mega pack secured. So we've done quite well there. We haven't really had to buy too much, maybe 2 or 3 players. We'll get rid of these guys out and then put the players in we bought, and then sort of finish that off. So it was a left back from Lille, wasn't it? So let's just get him in, put him in goal, and then the other 2 players should secure that chemistry for us. And then we'll get that one done, and that's another pack secured for Team of the Year, which is great. So there you go, that's done. And we'll open this premium gold pack and put the mega pack into the store. It's another pack stored. So let's get this one opened. We get a Boateng, which is good for the Bundesliga. Untradables, obviously, this pack is. So we do get one down there. Gal Clichy, is he a duplicate? He is a duplicate, but he isn't tradable. So with this kind of thing, I would probably go into the favourites and go and have a look at putting him in. So let's just add him in. So his name is obviously Clichy. He used to play for Arsenal, didn't he, I think? Let's put him in there. That's 1 player in there. So you need 30 chemistry of this with 3 rares. So I'm just gonna put in the France untradables. Now I would say to you, if you are going to do player picks from the dupes that you get, try and use the untradables where possible. So we use that Serie A guy there. We use this rare right back instead of Dembele. Bakayoko is always 700 coins. We obviously don't want to put Mbappe in there, so we'll take him out. We've got our 3 rares. I think that's all kind of okay. I'm kind of happy with that. Now, it might be better to do off leagues because obviously these cards could be used in SBCs, but I mean, we've got 54 chemistry. We've got room, actually, haven't we? So we might as well try and look for off league. So let's go and have a look at golds from the Liga NOS that we've got in our club. And I don't know if I've actually got any, or maybe even the SPL or something like that. Obviously, there's a few golds in there. There is some golds there which we can use. So let's just put some of these in there. So we can obviously only use 2 non-rares. So no, we can use less than that. Sorry, I'm chatting rubbish here. Let's put that in there, and then we can get probably 1 more from the Scottish League there, which we'll use Davies because he's a centre mid and he'll get us that extra bit of chemistry. So that was better to use because we use less League SBC cards, only 3 there, which these rares all are 700 and we would typically buy them if we had to anyway. So let's just get a player pick there, save a player and claim that reward and see if he gets anything. You know, the nice thing about this grind is that you can use your duplicates to get a card. Wow, we've got Kante. That is an insane. That just shows how worth it really is. Do you know what? Kante is someone that could potentially even go in my team because, all right, he's a gold card, but I've heard some brilliant things about him, and he does give me a little bit of flexibility to my squad now, which means I might be able to update it. So we'll take that Kante, we'll store him into the club, and we'll maybe have to be able to switch this up now because obviously he'll get links to Alwar, he'll get links to, but yeah, that's the thing. We're going to have to take out Verratti or Alwar, and I guess it would be, Alwar, wouldn't it? But That's cool. Though. You know, he's a massive high rated card. He's going to be a great player to have. We'll definitely bring it into the team. So we'll remove from his. Let's remove Banza off of this part here, and we'll put in our untradeable Kante that we just got, which just shows the grind. You know, despite obviously not opening packs and obviously wanting to pack high rated players, you can do the grind there and actually get players from the dupes, which came from nothing. So, well, I was not expecting that. I was expecting an 83 rated card that we'd have to throw in somewhere else. It should probably have been a dupe, and it wouldn't have worked out. But yeah, that's pretty good. So. See here some of the MLS players are selling on. Again, that Bond guy didn't sell at 1.3, so we'll relist him up at around 600-700 coins and make sure he goes, and we'll still make profit on him. And then obviously we've got some stuff down here which we're going to keep relisting. We want to make sure we are making our sales and we're not getting lazy and just leaving stuff in trade pile. Otherwise, you're not making your coins. And then we want to make some room as well on our trade pile with players that we can add back into our squad. So we obviously used that Lille player recently. We've got quite a few of these Italians for the Serie A, so we may be a league we look at eventually as well. And obviously Bundesliga, they've got a couple more Serie A and players like that. So obviously we'll put this guy up for sale because he's not a League SBC player. If we can get 450 for him, it looks like. So it's an extra 450 coins that we can obviously use for our grind. And that's the important thing. You want to be making sure you're listing your players that are, you can sell on for coins essentially. So let's go and look at some other stuff now with potential squads. I think it was the MLS we looked at last episode, wasn't it? Yeah, this one here. So we need 4 positions for this. So let's go and do a concepts in terms of sort of a low to high MLS for, I believe it is Sporting KC. Sorry, I didn't press use concepts there. So we'll go back to Sporting KC, use the concepts, build that for us. If they don't have a right mid, that's fine. We can still get the chemistry here. So there isn't actually a lot of choice. So this guy at 700 will take. Now, obviously, we could bid on these cards and save profit there, but there's efficient and then there's efficient. And I think efficient is bidding on as many as you can, putting in as many as you can, and then buying out the final few that you might need. So he's 1,000. He is 800. 800 there. I'm happy to pay that. I don't really want to pay any more than 800 per card where possible, unless we really need a position filled. 650 is absolutely fine as well for that right back. Obviously, he'll help us get the overall rating. And then we've obviously got room to put in kind of any player here. So we'll just try and work out who the cheapest player is to get this chemistry sorted. So that's 600 there, I saw. Yes. So let's get him at 600 and then put him into the squad. We are lacking a bit of chemistry there. We'll switch them to round. Can we get chemistry anywhere else here just to get that done without having to put a modifier? I don't think we can, so we'll just have to use the centre mid to CDN that's untradeable, which is fine. To get the chemistry there sorted, we get another pack there, which is a gold pack, and then we're only one squad here, which majority will be gold, so we'll finish that off very soon. We'll bid on some MLS golds, we'll put some into our club and then relist the rest, and that'll be another rare Electrum store for Team of the Year. So that's a nice one sorted, and then we'll get bidding again on the MLS cards to store them back in our club and play it off that way. So let's just have a look. We haven't got anyone on our transfer targets, which is not ideal. We want to always be having players that we're bidding on the transfer targets, so we'll make sure that we're doing so. We'll do 200. It looks like more cards are starting to filter through at this time of night now, which is nice. So I'll bid on that rare there at 200 because typically we will need rares, and then the rest of these that we haven't got 150 bids on, we'll put bids on, and then the rares we'll have to put 200 on because they are harder to sort of pick up at 150. So something to take into consideration. Looks like there is someone actually again doing this method that I was talking about, but that's fine. Looks like it's only up to around the 4-5 minute mark, so anything after that we can make sure we sort of fill out our watch list there. And obviously last episode we saw that we could pick up these MLS cards buy nows at 400, so bidding 250. We're almost, if we can get them at that, we're almost guaranteeing that we're going to be able to relist these for profit. as well as storing a few of them in our club to be able to continue the grind on the MLS, which is obviously great. And then I'll do a full circle. So once I'm working on the MLS and I've kind of filled out a lot of that league with players in my club, I'll then go over to maybe the Pro League, or I'll go over to the Mexican League, and we'll kind of look at that as well. But the main sort of priority today is make sure that we're getting our bids on and making sure that we're making profit and coins, as well as putting players in our club and finishing off leagues where we're happy to invest coins into. You know, there will be times during this where obviously we will buy stuff out straight and we may have to overprice stuff, but I feel like if you're only doing that, a limited amount of times, you're kind of doing a good job there, rather than doing it on every league SBC, because you're never going to make coins, you're never going to get stuff done for the most efficient way. Let's go back into the League Earn here and get this small prime gold players pack. That's going to be one that we would actually keep and not open. So let's go. What I would do is go to low to high on the golds, do untradables, do golds, because obviously that's what you want to get rid of first, because you are going to be opening packs, and so you don't want to be using anything that's obviously going to come in handy for you further down the line. It does look like we don't have much in terms of the defenders there, so we will look at the tradables for that position. We might be able to get away with one of these 80, so we'll actually put in Rafinha there for Kimpembe, and then we'll use the squad builder again. And this is why I like the web app, because it's so much more efficient to get stuff done. So we can do that there, fill out the final positions with a couple of tradable cards. Instead of using that silver, because obviously we want to use, actually is he from that? Great, because he's from Nantes and we can only put in one club, we actually will use that silver there instead of the gold to get that one done as well. And we'll save that small prime gold players pack for Team of the Year grind. It's another pack stored, which is brilliant, and we'll store that into the collection for the packs. And then obviously the 70 rated one here, we can actually again use gold. So this time, knowing that we've used a lot of our untradables in the last one, we will be happy to use tradable ones in this one. That's fine. And we'll just make sure that we're not using stuff that we don't need to. So we'll just switch up the silvers here and put in the golds where necessary. So we've got that sorted. We've got the extra rare in there. Don't mind putting that 82 in. He doesn't go for anything. I believe literally 700 coins. I'm not even doing that on bid, so putting him in is absolutely fine. And again, that's another pack we can get, and we'll open that now. So I don't really care about keeping the small prime mix. So yeah, that's another one done. Just making sure there that we didn't have anything that we didn't want to put in. And the great thing about this is, because when you're waiting to get the silvers for these squads, you're obviously stacking up on the golds. So when you go back for it again, you kind of get the gold squads done really, really easily and quickly. We actually do have 2 small prime mixed players packs here that we can open. So we'll do this one now, and then we'll go and do the other one. So we get a Prem Rare there in Kante, which is brilliant. Get another Liga and Silver there, which is brilliant. And we get a Championship Millwall player, which is untradeable, but we do have his tradable version in the club. And he actually goes for around 1.2. So we'll make some coins back there, which is brilliant, which we like. So we'll list him up at 850. And we will open that other pack that we saw, which obviously should have been opened previously, but obviously maybe I've forgotten. And it doesn't have an 80 plus sort of, or a minimum rating on that pack, so we don't tend to keep them ones. We only keep the ones that have that. And we get a Politano there, right mid, so he's one that's nice. And the Divisi player's nice, and La Liga player's good, and Argentina Rare's good. So that's all players that could sell on. Maybe we'll just check this guy, maybe he sells on now, he doesn't, but further down the line, he definitely will. And then we've got a card here, which is a French silver. He's going for around 400 coins. As he's a dupe, we'll list him up at 250 and let someone have a bit of bargain on him, but make some coins back as well. And then we'll go back onto the grind again. So we'll look at some of the leagues here that we're kind of looking good at. So let's have a look here at this, see if we can get this premium Electrum players pack from the Eredivisie. Let's go gold. Let's go low to high again. Again, trying to do untradables if possible. And we do have quite a lot in this league untradable, which is nice. So we'll take out that Tadic and we'll take out that Inform. And then obviously we only need 2 positions then, which we would only have to put tradable cards into. We do gold, we do Eredivisie, and we'll fill out them 2 there, the 2 tradables. But with the rest of these untradables, it's a really, really nice one to do there. And we get that nice free pack, as well as still having some golds there available to us, which would be tradable. We're not using them, we're being more efficient. And that means later on we'll have less dupes, which is obviously a good thing. And we'll exchange that there for a premium Electrum players pack. and get that one stored in the packs. And I don't know if this has a minimum rating. If it doesn't, then we obviously will open it. If it does, we won't. It doesn't. Okay, so it's only the rare electrons that do, that the premium ones don't. So we'll open this one. It's actually a nice pack to be able to open. We open it and we get an 81 zoomer. So not ideal, not quite Kante as we got in the player pick. But again, you know, we didn't get any dupes, which is always a good thing. Get a La Liga silver, Pro League silver, Liga NOS silver if they ever bring out that. Saudi, Super League. Oh, we got a Prem silver, brilliant. That's perfect. And then we get yeah, a fair few more. Well, in fact, all of them golds, apart from I believe this guy, is a League SBC card. So literally every card in that pack was a League SBC card, apart from maybe one or two. So you can see the grind happening here, and as we get more players in our club, we are starting to do that. Now, what I would say is, though, if you start seeing your players drop, you want to keep putting their bids on and putting the players back into a club. So obviously, that's why we always want to have players on our transfer targets, which we've got here. Got some filtering through. We did lose out on a couple there, which is fine. It's going to happen. Obviously, some players are really needed for people's squads for the second SBC. If they do a certain team, they obviously need certain players, so they will typically get higher on their players than us. And then from that, you can obviously decide who you want to put in to a club and which ones you're happy to sell on. So obviously we only won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players there. So typically from that, I would probably put in to my club 2 of them. So I've put the rare in there because rares are going to be handy. And I'll put in this left wing because I don't think we have currently many left mids or left wings in our club. We'll then go and look at some of these. Oh, a few more cards have come in here. So again, we'll put in this CDM because he's going to be more. He's going to be better for us than maybe the goalkeeper would. We'll check the goalkeeper. All right, the lowest is 300, so we'll make 100 coins on this one and get some coins back in the club for that. Obviously, only 100 coins profit there, but at the end of the day, if you're only putting 1 or 2 in your club and you're like relisting more than you're obviously storing, so we're going to send up 4 here and we've put in 2 in a club, you're always making sure that you're keeping the profit margins low, the spend low, and also leaving room to actually make profit should you actually bid on a player that actually goes for a bit more. So we are starting to filter through a few more wins here. So do you know what, we'll wait at the moment and wait till these all come through, and then we'll list up what we need to. But it looks like we've won quite a fair amount there, which is always going to help us do the MLS again further on. And then we'll work on some of the other leagues. I believe the Libertadores is actually pretty good in terms of winning bids. But let's actually check that, because I've heard good rumours about that. It's normally the silvers, I believe, that are the ones that you want to be bidding on. But it might be a method that you can obviously take from this video and actually use for yourself. So can you actually do silver Libertadores and it will come up? You can. So look here. So 250, I think, is the lowest you can actually bid on these cards. Unfortunately, my web has actually messed up there. Let's just refresh the web app quickly, and then go back on it and see if we can win some Libertadores cards on bid. I believe there's quite a bit of profit on these cards if you pick up certain cards. So again, we may be able to store some of them in our club, as well as actually relist them. I'm not the biggest fan of the Libertadores League SBC, simply because I just find that the packs for the overall sort of completion of it just odd, and in it isn't amazing. But I think the profit margins on these cards are actually not too bad. So let's put 250. Let's put silver again. Let's bid on some of these at 250, and I'm pretty sure. Let's just have a look at the 3 we bidded on. So at 250 there, we could list this guy up at 500 and double our coins. This guy we bidded on at 250, we could list up for 700 and triple our coins. And then this guy here we bidded on, if we got him, okay, he wasn't the best one. So that might be a player that we would actually store in our club, because he would be good for us because we got him low. Doesn't sell for much, but we would make profit overall because we list down other 2 cards there. So let's just bid on the rest of these to sort of max out our transfer list. Don't know why I can't put a bid on him. Maybe someone else did and it's just not showing. Goalkeepers don't look amazing, but maybe a 67 rating. I think for Libertadores, the rating's quite important on the players that you bid in, and also position. So actually, I think you've got to be a bit more careful with who you bid on here, but there is obviously room for profit, and even if you bid on someone and you kind of mess up, I think most of these cards will sell at least for 300 coins, so you at least make like 20 coins on a card even if you messed up. But let me just confirm that there. So silver, 300 coins. There is quite a few at 300 coins. Well, I say that there's about a page, isn't there? If I just add into watch list, okay, he hasn't actually sold, but you know that would sell before the end of the 12 minutes. Even if you maxed up on a bid, you would actually be able to still make coins. So that's great. You see here some of the MLS cards are selling through. That Argentinian that we bought last episode for 150 on bid, we actually managed to sell at 750. So actually, maybe looking at the Sudamericana is a good place to go, and looking at the silvers in that league, because I believe you do need a lot of high-rated players in that league. So looking at Sudamericana at 150, let's have a look at this CDM. So obviously you can get them on bid at 150. Okay, 200, not the best. Perhaps maybe a centre backs. Maybe defenders would be a good way. 150, set him on at 600. Yeah, so this guy would be one that you look at. So you can see here, I'm not rushing on these Libertadores and Sudamericana cards. I think it does always depend on positioning and rating, depending on how much they would go for. So this guy, even though he's a defender, he actually sells for quite low, a low price. So he isn't obviously an ideal one. Perhaps this left wing Argentinian would be a nice one. 500 coins, yeah, it doesn't sell for much. So yeah, maybe it's not the best. You just got to be a bit lucky with the ratings and stuff that you pick up. So try and look for cards that maybe are over 70 rated would be an ideal sort of scenario there. So if you can see them, so let's see if we can actually see anyone on here that is available for a bid above 70 rated. So this guy here, obviously someone else is doing this, but he's 73 rated, and yeah, he's going to have a lot more sort of bidding at, or more eyes on him, because obviously you need minimum ratings in these squads, and that's why he's going for a bit more. So he would sell over 1,000, so we'll place a 700 coin bid, a 200 coin bid there. Hopefully we can get him. I think this guy here at 150 would be okay. I bidded on him. Yeah, we can set him on for 500 and make coins there. 71 rated striker, 700 coins, 400 coins. Okay, so he wasn't not quite. So yeah, you just want to be comparing and looking at these prices. Some will go, some won't, but it's all kind of dependent on rating in these Sudamericana leagues for sure. So yeah, just be careful when you're bidding, just to make sure. And I think this guy here at 70 rated centre back would be okay. No, okay, right. Maybe that's not as good as I would have hoped. Looks like the other leagues are kind of better. And obviously, we did need some rare golds for the MLS. So let's just have a look at rare golds or golds, either way, for the MLS. So let's have a look. So you can look at this, see how much they're going for. So they're not going for 400 coins by now. 450, no. 500, no. But obviously all of these will go straight away because they're under that and they'll be sniped. So 550. So typically you could sell these on for 550. So let's have a look here. Can I get these under 400 coins is what I want to pick them up for, so I can make profit on them. So I can. So I'm going to bid on a fair few of these so I can get that final SBC that we have. And then any others that we win, we obviously will relist, make our coins back on the bids that we place here on the players that we'll put into our club. So we're always making sure that we've got that backup of coins that we're willing to invest in the buying the players. We're getting it back from either the duplicates or the players we actually don't need to complete the SBC. We're relisting them and getting some coins back, and that just helps us to keep grinding really and making sure our coin balance doesn't really go down. It kind of goes up if anything. So yeah, we've got a fair few of them Libertadores cards we've bidded on, which is good. I think there's not much competition, so if you can get the right players and the right ratings, there is coins to be made there, so maybe check that out. I am getting quite a few cards here through, which is great because it means we can put some more stuff in our club and relist some as well and make the coins back. Let's look at one more squad building challenge here before we go. Let's have a look and see if we can complete maybe the Bundesliga silver squad. So you only need 7 there. I don't know what I have available, but let's have a look. So do we have any bronzes from the Bundesliga? We've got 2, which is good. It's a good start. Hopefully we have the other 5 silvers. If we don't, then obviously we'll buy them. We've got one. Oh no, we've got two. Have we got this club already? No, we've got four. So we need to buy another sort of three. I'm okay with that. I think, yeah, I'm okay with that because I don't think the Bundesliga silvers actually go anywhere near. Well, in fact, I know they don't. I think the bronze is a little bit cheaper. So if you can pick some of these bronzes up from the clubs that we don't have already. So a Leipzig player there at 450 is, a decent one. And then 650. Try and get a position that we don't have. I think we've got that club already, so I won't go for him. Let's go again up to 700. Trying to find, it looks like a lot of the goalkeepers go for the minimum. Cologne right mid, 700 coins. God, I took a risk there. I didn't know if I had that or not. And then obviously we need one more from hopefully a better position would be good. A Wolfsburg rare there at 700 coins. Oh, he's gone, unfortunately for us. Can you get silvers at 700? Okay, you can. Let's see here. Striker there from the Union Berlin, I believe, would be absolutely fine. And then let's just put these into the club and then see what goals we've got to put in, and then we're looking good again. And that's another chat SBC done for around about what, 1,000 coin? No, 1,200, 1,300 coins. I'll take that all day long. So we'll add these other bronzes in here. We'll put him in the left mid spot. You only need 85 chemistry, so this will be fine. And then we'll fill out this with the final four positions with some of the Bundesliga goals we have in our club. Now I could have done that on tradables first, but obviously can use that in the other gold squad, so it's fine for now. We'll do that. We are a little short on the chemistry here. Do we have any defenders we could use, or that I'm happy to use at least? Let's lose this left back in for him. Swap this around here. There is one thing we're missing. We've got two players from the same club here. Which club would that be? We have. God, am I going blind here? We don't have two players in the same club, do we? Oh, we've got two. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Two Freiburg players. So we'll use this Borussia Mönchengladbach centre back, even though he's a rare. We'll be happy to use him. Is he untradeable? He's not. That's fine. So we'll get that one done. And we're only sort of one club away from the Bundesliga, away from getting that prime gold players pack, which is very nice. And we'll open the silver pack, and hopefully we'll get a League SBC card, which we do. We get an Eredivisie, we get a Super League player, which I believe is a player we used last episode in one of our silver teams. Is that a Saudi player? It's a Turkish player, so two Turkish players. And then three Turkish players. Nice. So again, the Super League is getting sort of filled up again, which is very nice. And we're starting to get through these packs really nicely now and start to get that grind really kicking on, and as well as getting some sales on. So that player we listed earlier on the episode, which we picked up at 200 coins, these rocks we sold on for 650, so it's a nice profit there. And some of these cards here we're going to have to look at relisting, but I'll do that off of the episode so that you guys don't have to see me relist. But we'll constantly see that grind going, and just to sort of finish off to see what we've got, what we won from the bids that we placed during the episode. Obviously got quite a few there, which is very nice. So again, we'll pick and choose, what we want to keep, what we want to get rid of. So I'd imagine we'll resell on all the Libertadores cards there to make our coins back. We'll probably from that make enough to put all the golds that we won, other than the duplicates. So we've got two Forellas there, two Hernandez, so we'll keep, or three Hernandez there, so we'll keep one of them and list the other two. So we'll make coins back there, and we obviously relist the other duplicates we got on the other players. That should help us get the MLS Gold Rare Squad done, which I believe we are only one away now. Yeah, we are. So we'll get that done, another Electrum there, and then we can go back again and start filling out the other smaller squads with all the bidding we've been doing. So we're in a real good place, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying this and you're taking some of the things I'm doing and some of the tips that I've kind of looked at during this episode. And what you'll find is the more League SBCs you do, the more prices. Well, the prices you'll know better. So when you do see a player on the market as a low sort of bid, you'll be able to bid on them and make coins back there. But yeah, really good episode today. We packed a Kante from the player pick, which is good because it's from a dupe, which is again something that's really nice when these player picks are out. You know, you've got the potential to pack some SBC cards. Oh, so sorry, SBC cards, some fodder, some actual decent rated players like Kante, or some of the promo cards, and that sort of takes off the pressure and makes you want to grind more because you'll get more duplicates in your club, and also be able to use them in player picks is always very nice. When they aren't there, then obviously you'd normally probably discard them or try and fit that player into one of the other leagues, or put them through the gold upgrade or silvers or bronze, depending on the version of them. But yeah, you know, that's why it makes me happy when I see the player picks there, because you can get that extra bit of fodder that you might need to complete something further along, or even use it in your squad. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching today. Please do leave a like on the video and do subscribe to the channel. I hope you're enjoying this series, and let me know if you are. And there's plenty more content for this to come. We will be, as I said before, in and out of the web app. There may be another episode tomorrow on the web app. I'm not too sure. It depends on how we are grinding, but we may be back on console. I just do find it's a little bit easier to kind of go through the menus on the web app and be a bit more efficient. If you are happy for me to continue the web app, then that's up to you. But if you'd rather see some console sort of videos, then let me know. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day, and peace.